Hey everybody, it's Kent. Having a little bit of a snowstorm here in Wisconsin. It's not too bad. I'm in Marshfield, Wisconsin. It's kind of been flurries and snow all day. Nothing too crazy. I don't know if we've got an inch or two today. I think south of here, I think they're getting a lot more snow and a lot more wind. Had to shovel a couple times, and I should go shovel one more time, but haven't been too many customers. Usually Highway 10 is bustling right now. Um, as you can see, there's no one on Highway 10 right now. So nice quiet day at the store. I figured I wanted to show you guys some of the cool books in display case again. So hopefully signal's a little better this time. And then I'll show you some of the books we have coming up on eBay here in the next couple weeks, and maybe show you some other cool stuff. So first, here we got the Horse and His Diseases. We got the Horse Owner's Cyclopedia. Facts for Farmers. I have a couple copies of this one in my collection. I love that one. I think this one's from 1866. I always have tons of nice medical books at the store. Principles of Medicine, Practice of Medicine, Textbook of Anatomy, Clinical Medicine, Morbid Anatomy, Midwifery, Romance of Modern Mechanism. Love the cover on that one with the old-time fire truck. The American Revolution. I always have tons of Oz books. There's more Oz books over there I'll show you. Always have a nice selection of Wizard of Oz books. Botany, Medicine, Bailey's Magazine. We have a few nice astronomy books. We got the oldest profession in the world. Nice little pulp copy of Jane Eyre. Got a nice little H.G. Wells. Kurt Vonnegut Jr. I think this is just a book club edition, but it's in really nice condition. The Princess Storybook. I like the cover on this one. It's pretty. Standard Oil Company, Mineral Resources West of the Rocky Mountains. Got a couple nice poetry fine bindings. We got Holland, Japan. I think I have Egypt to match that set too. P.T. Barnum, essays of Benjamin Franklin. We got some poetry books. I think most of those are from the 1840s to the 1870s-ish. We got the Vicar of Wakefield, illustrated by Arthur Rackham. Witchcraft, we got a few occult books down there. Dental books, there's a couple old dental era magazines that are nice leather-bound ones. Over here I have the less exciting medical books, and I think there's a bunch of dentistry books over there too. But Principles and Practices of Embalming, Women of the Civil War, Agriculture, Hunting, Birds, History of Egypt. I think I have a copy of that up on eBay right now as well. Should go over to the other side. This is a nice William Shakespeare set. I think it's just Heritage Press, but someone spent a lot of money putting a fancy leather binding on that one. Not sure what the logic was behind that, but turned it into a nice set of Shakespeare. We got a couple cheap Jane Austen books. We have a couple nice copies of Alice in Wonderland. I love the illustration on the front cover of that one. Show you there's the rest of the Wizard of Oz books. We got some with dust jackets. American Grape Growing and Winemaking, The Apple Culturist, Young Knight Thoughts, Jean Ingelow, Household Friends, Pope's Political Works, Rome, ABC and XYZ of Bee Culture. That one's from 1913. We got a couple nice Boston Almanacs. I think those both have folding maps in them. We got a nice Tennyson. Got a couple Jungle Books, some early Lakeside Press or Lakeside Classics, whatever you want to call them. I really like this little set of Shakespeare's from 1867. It's in pretty good condition. I really like that one. Let's see what we got down here. I like the knight there with his bird and his horse. Lots of interesting stuff down here. Insects. I got a lot of nice insect books. Fruit insects, vegetable garden insects. There's a horse veterinary book from 1850. Border Wars of the Revolution, Life of George Washington. We got some nice Easton Press down there, some more Lakeside Classics. I have some more insect books over there. So that's it for that display case. Let's go in this one. I have a nice biography of George Washington, the 5-volume set from 1804 to 1807. Not the prettiest, but I mean, they're almost 220 years old, so what can you expect? Here's a really nice leather copy of Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. This one's from 1965, but it does have a pretty binding on it. We got a Tom Sawyer from 1902, National Portrait Gallery. This is American statesmen, presidents, that kind of stuff. Another medical book. We got a nice set of Bleak House by Charles Dickens. We have a nice 4-volume set, The Adventures of Gil Blas. This one is from 1773. Volume 4 is hiding under there. You can't really see it, but get the idea. This set I just picked up a few weeks ago from Shagwamigan Books up in Washburn, Wisconsin. It is The Works of Voltaire. It is complete in 36 volumes, which is really awesome. It has been translated into English, so that's a plus. And these were published in the 1760s and 1770s. Quite a variety of years on that set, but they are nicely matched, nicely bound. We have the works of Henry Fielding. We got some George Bancroft hiding back there. You can't really see. We got Charles Dickens, Christmas Books and Stories, Anthology of French Poetry, History of the United Netherlands. There's a nice leather set of James Whitcomb Riley. This one, what is this? The History of North Carolina and Georgia. I think that one's for, 1779. It is only volume 2, but still, if someone's looking for volume 2 of that, I have it. Up here we have a set of Jane Austen. This is the Winchester edition from 1911. In really nice condition. We got 2 leather volumes, set of Mansfield Park. We got Cowper's Poetical Works. This one, the Peacock edition, I've shown this one off a million times. From 1894. This is kind of the Pride and Prejudice that everyone wants in their collection. It's not extremely rare, but it's highly sought after, so the price on that one's kind of crazy. We have a nice 6-volume set of Arabian Nights and a really nice leather binding. And these are nicely illustrated as well. We got the History of France, a nice 3-volume set. We got History of the Decline and Fall of Rome. We have The Spirit of Laws by Montesquieu. This is a 2-volume set from 1768, and it is in English, so nice early English set of that. We got some nice books on Africa. Birds and Butterflies, Ants, Bees, and Wasps. Civil War book there. Here's a Pioneering. That one's got a nice binding on it. Animal Husbandry, Uncle Tom's Cabin, another Civil War book. 1869 New York Manual, Home of George Washington, Wisconsin in the Civil War, Ireland, Dictionary of Arts, Manufactures, and Mines, Paris. We got the Tribute book, a nice leather Civil War book down there. Alright, so there is that display case. Over here we got some more Oz books. Got some Charles Dickens, some medical classics of medicine library ones down there. We got some odd Mark Twain. There's Charles Dickens' Christmas Stories. Over here, we got the War of 1812. We have the Old Man in the Sea. We have 1984. Bringing the Gospel in Hogan and Pueblo. That's kind of a cool missionary Native American book. Sitting Bull in the Indian War, Women of Christianity, Life of North American Insects. I think that one's illustrated. Got a cool moth on the front cover. Let's see if I can show you some of the illustrations in that one. Okay, well, that's not going to work. Conquest of Canada. I have a few copies of the Story of Lucky Strike. I think that one's from, 1939. I do have one of those on eBay right now as well. I'm eBay seller Annabelle at 52 if you want to check out my auctions. We've got a few really nice leather Bibles. These are all in tip-top condition. African Game Trails by Roosevelt. 1881 Wisconsin Blue Book. I think that one has a map. Night scenes in the Bible. Really nice condition on that one. India and its inhabitants. That one's from 1856. Natural History of Crystals. Myths and Legends of the British Race. And Myths and Legends of Babylonia and Assyria. The Annual Register for 1778. That one has some nice Revolutionary War contents in it. We have a Kipling book, The Letters of Mark. I really like the cover on that one. That's kind of cool. The Winter of Our Discontent by Steinbeck. Chemistry. Brain and its Physiology. That one's from 1846. It has a library binding on it, but still cool. Burns' Poetical Works, Messages of the Stars, Rambles in Autograph Land, Aviation Medicine, The Platypus. This is the only book I've ever seen on the platypus. I don't know, not a very common topic, but I don't know, someone's got to want it. I mean, who doesn't want a book on the platypus? Down here we have a nice set of Plutarch's Lives. We got a couple early Jack London. That one has a nice dust jacket on it. They're both in really, really nice condition. We have some Charles Dickens, Franklin Library, Shakespeare, Dickens, Heroes of the American Revolution, Life and Campaigns of Napoleon, Dictionary of Shakespeare, Life and Speeches of Stephen Douglas. I'm sure some of you know he was the one that ran against Abraham Lincoln and lost the 1860 election, and that one was actually published in 1860, I believe, before the election. So kind of a cool Civil War era biography book. Next, I'm going to show you guys some of the cool stuff we have coming up on eBay. Let's see, I think these are up for auction right now. We got some nice fine bindings. We do have a set of Facts for Farmers right now. History of the Bible. Just gonna pan down so you can see what we got. We got some Chronicles of America. We have some Makers of History. This one's kind of cool. The Scribner's Magazine. This one is from August 1829. And it has a portion of A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway. So that one is pretty special. We have some writings of George Washington. We have an old Dr. Chase's Recipe Cookbook. We have some odd English reading and writing books, some arithmetic. I think there's some Latin language books up there. I think this one's listed. This one's really cool. It's from a set of the Century Dictionary Encyclopedia, and this is the Atlas from 1900. So that one has, I don't know, a couple hundred odd maps in it. So that one's pretty special. We have an Oz book. We have lots of U.S. history books up. But we got Benjamin Franklin, Abe Lincoln. I don't think these are listed yet, but they will be in the next couple days here. I schedule them out, so every day I have 30 auctions starting and 30 auctions ending. So these are in the pipeline to start in the next couple days. We got some nice Hubert Howe Bancroft. I just sold the California. I don't think I had all 6 or 8 of the California volumes, but I just sold those last night. Those went kind of cheap, so you might get some deals. There's the History of Egypt. Got a nice copy of Art Department. We have some Freemasonry books. A couple more Oz volumes. Ooh, I like this copy of Vanity Fair. This one's from 1893. It has the peacock feather binding by William Makepeace Thackeray. We have some Lakeside Classics. This one's kind of cool. Preachers and People of the Mississippi Valley. We got this big old copy of Domestic Medical Practice. That one has some cool fold-out anatomy illustrations. We have some really old eclectic different magazines. Peterson magazine, that one has 12 color fashion plates. We got the Mother's Journal. Arthur's Ladies Magazine from 1861. Arthur's Home Magazine, 1859. Detectives of Europe and America. I like that one with the eye on the front cover. That one's kind of cool. Ooh, I better pull these out to show you. These Myrtle Reed. Really like those bindings. So yeah, those probably won't be up for a few more days, but they will be if you watch my eBay auctions. Those will be up soon. We got a 3-volume set of The Discovery of America by John Fiske. This is limited edition, number 767 of 1,000 sets printed. Got a couple nice lettering, typography, whatever kind of books there. Roosevelt's Thrilling Experiences in the Wilds of Africa. This one's not rare, but that's a really nice copy of it. Got some gout and rheumatism books, some G.A. Henty, some more Oz. Actually, I think those books right there are all books that sold on eBay in the last couple months, but none of the buyers paid for them, so I am relisting them. Happens, I don't know, every so often. I get a bunch of buyers that don't pay, but I guess we will resell them and hope for the best. There's a 1782 annual register. I think that one has some Revolutionary War contents. We got the growth of the steam engine. That one's really nice. Christmas book by Dickens. I can't believe the buyer didn't pay for that one. Spiritualism Scientifically Demonstrated. That one had a nice bid on it, but didn't get paid for, so let's try that one again. Experimental Investigations of the Spirit Manifestations, Demonstrating the Existence of Spirits and Their Communion with Mortals. Doctrine of the Spirit World, Respecting Heaven, Hell, Morality, and God. Also, The Influence of Scripture on the Morals of Christians by Robert Hare, 1855. That one's really nice. So yeah, let's try it again, and I guess someone else gets to be the lucky owner of that one. Some more John Fiske. I got some really cool kids books. Great Stories of the Bible. Stories about boys and girls of all nations. Hans Christian Andersen's Fairy Tales. I really like this one. Young American Speaker. Very patriotic. Got Uncle Sam. Got the flags. So yeah, that one's pretty cool. I guess that is all to show you for upcoming auctions. I'm gonna go grab my phone stand over here quick. Got the fire roaring. It's nice and warm in here. If anyone wants to come shop for books, but again, I don't think can't see anyone out on the road today. I think all the local schools were canceled, and it's not as crazy. They've been talking that like the heavy snowfall is supposed to hit here. They've been kind of saying that for the last like 3 hours, and they kind of looks like the storm is mostly staying south of here, so that's nice. 1 second, I'm gonna set you right there, show you some cool postcards I collect. All right, so one of my favorite things to collect is like old photos and postcards related to books and bookstores and stuff like that. And that one, I don't think you can read the title of the book, but if you can read the title of the book, even better. Here you have a gentleman holding a book, and then a cool book stand there with, I would assume it's a dictionary. Here's another view of that one. There's a group of people holding their books, and I think most of them, I don't know, I don't have a magnifying glass with me right now, but I think you can read the titles of a lot of them. Like you can see all the ladies over on that end are all holding the same book. And I think they're like home medical book related kind of stuff. That one's really cool. This one is just a couple standing on a bookshelf. So not the most exciting book related one, but still cool. This one is in some sort of printing shop or binding book binding shop. Check out those huge leather book bindings there. Pretty cool. This is the Book Cottage at Bel Air Park in Richland, New York. I don't know, some kind of resort or campground or something, and cute little book college or book cottage. Let's see. This is a souvenir of the 50th anniversary of J.N. Snyder's book and stationery store in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. So this would have been from 1914, I guess. Look at that. You can see all the little books in the front window display. Let's see. This is the Mackinac Women's Club Library in Mackinac City, Michigan. That's a souvenir of Granton. Not book related, but I grew up in Granton. So I also collect old Granton and Nillsville postcards. This one, I don't think it's identified, but I guess it's called Hamptons. In the windows it says books and music, stationery, and souvenirs. Just a cool old store. This one is just some kids studying something. Got all their textbooks out. I'm not exactly sure. It looks like a gentleman and 3 ladies having a little book club meeting. Here we have a little girl holding a copy of Popular Mechanics magazine. Let me turn her upside down so maybe you can read And a little better. Here we have a couple newspaper boys I thought was cool. Newspaper related. Okay, I'm not sure where I got these. Is there a book related one? Nope, doesn't look like it. This is the Arms Manufacturing Company, and there's actually a sign over here that says manufacturers of pocketbooks. So it's the Arms Manufacturing Company building. If you look at the signs right there, it says manufacturers of pocketbooks. Not sure where. Looks like Deerfield, Massachusetts. This looks like a. I don't know if that's a British bookstore. It says 2D per book per week. I don't know if that's. I would assume that's a currency. And look at all the titles they have displayed in that front window. Now that is a cool. I guess it's a real photo postcard. So I guess I collect photos or postcards or photo postcards. Here we have a couple ladies, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but you can see the title of like a medical book on that sign right there in the corner. So that one's pretty cool. Here we have a group of men. Let's see, it looks like a McClure's magazine in front of one of them. One of them has a red book. One of them has a Hamptons Broadway magazine. And this is kind of a jokey joke. One, because you can see there's more boots in the photo than people. I don't know. Yeah, on the back it says there is a puzzle about this card. See if you can. Oh, I'm gonna ignore that phone call. Looks like I got a spam call coming in. See if you can sort it out. See the McClure's magazine there. Got the red book. Then you have the Broadway magazine. This guy is in front of holding a copy of Rollo in Geneva. Again, I'm sure someone just wanted a copy of this nice gentleman, but I like the photo because there's a book in it. Kind of crazy the detail too. I mean, that book is like 1 centimeter tall in this photo. I'm kind of surprised my phone is focusing that good. So that's cool. Let's see. This gentleman is reading a book of the Count of Monte Cristo. And I guess my goal ultimately is to have like a postcard like this and then track down a copy of that actual book with the binding and everything. But, haven't done that with too many examples. Here's a couple little boys holding a copy of the Art Literature Reader, Book 3. Hope that's focusing good for you all. Here's just a gentleman in front of a bookshelf. Don't know if you can read any of the titles. A couple more gentlemen holding a book. Not sure what the title is on that one. There's a gentleman in a little reading room or library. This is Main Street looking west in Lady Smith, Wisconsin. As you can see, right big in front is the city bookstore. Not exactly sure where Ladysmith is, Wisconsin is, and I kind of collect book and bookstore and library related photos and postcards from anywhere, but this one just happened to be in Wisconsin, so that's cool. I think this is Our Golden Censors, the book in that one. And I think that's like a really common book you can find really easily. Here's a gentleman, and on the window behind him it says stationery, fine candies, books, and magazines. There's a Nilsville postcard. Here's some more gentlemen holding books. Not the most exciting one. Nilsville. I forget what exactly this one says on that sign, but I think it's book related. This is another Arms pocketbook and leather novelty company. Let's see, it says Arms pocketbook and leather novelty company. I'm not sure where exactly that one is, but there's a tiny little sign above that door. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it in this video, but it says Arms pocketbook and leather novelty company right there. A nice lady holding a little stack of books. This lady is holding a copy of Shepherd of the Hills by Harold Bell Wright. Probably have 3 or 4 copies of that one in the store right now. These ladies are holding a copy of, what does that say? From Farm Boy to Senator, biography of one of the presidents. That's probably a halfway common book. There's a Nilsville one. Oh, this is one of my favorite postcards ever. And holy moly, I think it was an eBay auction and it started at, I don't know if it started at $1 or $5 or $10 or whatever. It started cheap, but definitely had to pay a crazy price for this one. It is a, I guess it's a mobile library for the Elkhart Public Library. I think that's in Indiana. How cool is that? They had this truck drive around. I don't know where exactly it would have went, but just a mobile library. That is one of the coolest book-related postcards I have ever seen. And I think I had to pay like $150 for it, so yikes. Here we have the ASO Book Company. Looks like Cooper Bookstore. Cooper's Bookstore. Looks like it's from Kirksville, Missouri. Whew. I wish my bookstore was that busy. Holy buckets. That's another really cool one. A couple ladies reading. Not sure. Maybe if I had my magnifying glass, I could read the title of those books, but they're pretty tiny. Oh, this is another good one. This girl is holding a copy of The Complete Mother Goose. Turn it upside down so you can see the cover on that one. That one's pretty awesome. Looks like they're holding 3 different books in this one. It looks like A Man in the Open, The Strange Woman, and the last one, I can't make out a title on that last one. Here, there's a couple boys holding, let's see, and I actually have a copy of this book. It's the Art of Retouching Systematized. Here you can see, I guess the photographer just grabbed a book he had laying around in his studio. So that's what I like to do. I like to match up the book with the photo. This one, I think I have 3 titles I could probably make out. Plus there's a cool Oliver typewriter. Not exactly sure what's going on in this photo, but just bought it because there's books. This lady looks like she has a copy of Professional Photographic Apparatus and Materials. So again, probably just a book that was laying around in the photography studio. This lady has a copy of Pearls for Many Seas. That's a common one. I should easily be able to track down a copy of that. I don't exactly like spending much money on books for this purpose, but there's just a boy holding a reading textbook. This one doesn't have any markings as far as where it is, but it looks like it's some sort of religious artifact store, and then there is a bunch of books all around that wall. Got statues and candle holders, crucifixes, that kind of stuff, chalices down there. I don't see any markings indicating what store this is or where, so it's quite a mystery. Here we got a postcard of Harold Bell Wright, the author. This is just a general store. It has some books in it, among other things. Millsville postcard. Here we have a gentleman holding The Maid at Arms by Robert W. Chambers. Sorry for the glare. And then also I do have a copy of that one right here. The Maid at Arms. The Maid at Arms. So yeah, that's kind of the goal of this collection, is to match up books with original photos of the books. This girl is holding a, I don't know, maybe a German book. This is the Osborne bookstore. I think that was in San Francisco. So this would have been in the earthquake. Not exactly sure which building is the Osborne bookstore, but looks like it was destroyed. Very tragic. And then that's another Millsville postcard. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And maybe if it snows tomorrow, I'll make another video.